you already have. It works with all of Cricut Explorer's tools. You can see on the left, there's the very familiar fine point blade and deep point blade. On the right, just a few of the examples of the pens, the many pens that we offer. The pen in the middle is the new washable fabric marker pen. Of course, we've got our scoring stylus and then our 2-star new tools, the rotary blade and the knife blade. All of these are compatible with Cricut Maker. But we're not going to stop there. We have a future to think about, too. So when you've got an expandable system, what that means is you've got a system that grows with you in the future so that you don't have to buy a whole new machine when you want to add new features and functionality. So with Cricut Maker, while we can't show you all the new tools that we're working on them already today. And we really can't wait to show you what we've got in store for Cricut Maker next. So let's give you a few details about Cricut Maker. It's going to be available on August 20th in many of our retail partners. The price point is $399. It includes a rotary blade and a fine point blade in the box. Like I mentioned, it's going to be generally available August 20th, but there's also a special presentation of Cricut Maker on HSN, which is going to happen on August 3rd, or October 3rd, excuse me. The knife blade is going to be, it's coming out a little bit later, and it's going to be sold separately. So we're expecting that knife blade will be available in retail in October of this year. So you guys want to see how it works? Yeah, let's check it out.
Morning. Good morning, everyone. It is a good morning, isn't it? How fun is this, right? This is cool. This is a really, really big deal for us. I was lucky enough to lead the design team on the original Cricut Explorer. Feels like many years ago now. And speaking to so many of you last night, what struck me was that Cricut Explorer was not just an object. It wasn't just something we made and that was it. Like, it had a soul and it had a life of its own. It was like we gave birth to it and we sent it out into the world and it just did amazing things, right? like it's changed people's lives and it's made a difference. Incredible to watch. It's been beautiful to see the things that you make with it. You surprise me all the time. I'm sneaky. I'm on all your Facebook groups and you don't know. I'm always inspired by what you make. You're way better than me at crafting. And I cannot wait to see what you make with this new machine. Now, unlike Chuck and Kim, I don't have any kids, but tonight I am a very proud parent. This is my baby. Isn't she beautiful? Yeah. I think it's going to look absolutely stunning in your workspaces and in your craft rooms. And in a few minutes, you're going to be one of the first people in the entire world to see this up close and personal. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to walk you through some of my absolute favorite design features, some of the things you may have seen in the video but maybe glossed over, some of the things that are kind of so subtle that I'd like to point them out to you. We've worked so hard on this, and there are so many details. I could speak for 45, 50 minutes on this, but I'll make it really quick because I know you're dying to see the machine. So the first thing is, you open it like so. There's no open button, there's no dial. We've actually taken away everything that gets in the way of this becoming the ultimate smart cutting machine. It's so simple, it's so pure. One of the first things you may notice is that groove along the top, and that is a place to put your cell phone. Seems like a small thing, right? But if you're anything like me, even if you have the best intentions, you start off a project with a really clean desk, right? And you're like, I'm going to be organized this time. I'll be like a chef. And then you get into the zone and you get creative and you get busy on something, right? My desk is chaos at the end of every night. And I'm always losing something, so I'm not expecting you to keep your phone here all the time, but when you need it, that's where it can go. You'll like this next one. There's a charging port. Now, I'm a morning person. By the time it gets to about 6 p.m. in the evening, I'm crashing hard. But I know from many of you last night, and I've seen on your Facebook posts, you like working late at night, some of you, right? Like that's your quiet time, that's a bit of me time? No kids. Yeah, exactly. So if you have the energy now, so does your device, and you can keep the party going, and you don't have to stop just because you run out of juice. Now, there are small details that make a big difference in your life because you use them every day, and one of them is tool cups. We spend a lot of time thinking about something as simple as a tool cup. So on Cricut Maker, there's actually two. Yay! Yay for tool cups. So there's one at the back, which is deeper and larger than we've ever done before, and that's ideal for pens and taller objects. There's one at the front, which is actually very shallow, and that one at the front is for small objects, so you can retrieve them really easily. One of the hidden features that is quite hard to spot is that the bottom lining of the tool cup is lined in a thin sheet of rubber, so that when you drop in sharp, pointy tools, you don't damage a tip, right? It's those little details that make a difference. Speaking of storage, we've re-engineered the storage in the front door. Now, it was a nice feature on Explore, and when we've been into your homes, we've seen how useful that's been, and they're filled to capacity. So we re-engineered the hinge, and it took us some long nights, some late nights, some weekends, a lot of head scratching in the office. But what it means for you is that you can put anything you like in there, and you don't have to worry about how it layers. You don't have to play Tetris anymore. You don't have to worry about whether things are overlapping. Just throw stuff in the drawer, close it up, and go. One of the little hidden features among many on this product is that the inside lining of this storage door has a beautiful diamond pattern. It's because it doesn't matter that it's just storage, right? Like, you can design everything beautifully, and that's what it deserves. All right, let's zoom in on the corner of this lid here, because the lid is one of my favorite small details. It's a beautiful piece of aluminium, I'll say it my way. It's a beautiful piece of aluminium. It's been anodized champagne color, so it's somewhere between silver and gold, and depends on the lighting in your room, you're gonna see it in lots of different ways, and it may change throughout the day. And the edge of that champagne anodized, beautiful piece of real metal has been diamond polished to bring out the chamfer. So you'll get that lovely little glint of chromium. And here's something that looks about 18 feet across on the screen, but in actual fact, it's the size of my fingernail. And this is the detail on the top of the rotary tool and the knife blade that Chuck and Kim have been sharing with you. So when you design the smallest details as if they're a really big deal, as if they're the biggest details, that's when you know you're doing something special. That's when you know you're making something that you love. So from all of the product team, thank you.
I love how Tom describes our products and our philosophy, trying to get every detail right. I mean, that's your approach to crafts, right? And that's what we want to apply to everything we do. So I have a few thank yous. First, I wanted to acknowledge the Cricut team. Many of them are here today, and a lot of them couldn't make it because they're hard at work supporting our customers and building new products, keeping the business running. But this is several hundred people who have really put a ton of time into launching this product and making it ready and making it the best product that we can possibly make. And they've spent a lot of time away from their families in cases. They've spent time on the road, a lot of late nights and weekends. Thank you so much for everything you've done. So none of our employees worked harder than former engineer Steve Bandis, who was instrumental in developing Cricut Maker and is sadly no longer with us. We are really fortunate to have his wife here, Debbie. Debbie, are you here? And her. Hi, Debbie. And Debbie's sons, I believe, and maybe some special fiancés, wives. Okay, good. Are here too. Thank you so much for coming. I really think Steve would have been proud. So, I'd also like to thank our partners who are here with us today, partners from the press, our retail partners, our new strategic partners from Simplicity and Riley Blake, and Anna Griffin and HSN. You all make our business possible. Thank you so much for helping us and being And most importantly, thanks to you, our customers, our fans, the influencers. Without your feedback and inspiration and passion, this product wouldn't exist. You're the ones who drive us with your experiences and your stories to do the best that we can. So thank you so much for being part of it. So I just have a few public service announcements before we move on to the next step. In a moment, we're going to open the curtains, and you're going to get to see Cricut Maker for the very first time in the flesh. The first people to get to see it. Even I haven't seen it. Just a few things to keep in mind when you're doing it. So when the curtains open, there's going to be a bunch of machines on different tables. You don't have to go to one table. You can, we would recommend that you go to as many tables as possible. There's going to be Cricut team members next to all the different machines, and they'll all be able to talk about different features of the machine. So move around as much as you can, ask a lot of questions, touch nothing. But ask lots of questions and take lots of photos. I have been told to remind you to leave your seat cushions here. And we just ask that you come back by 10:45 back to this room where we'll continue the general session. So who wants to see Cricut Maker?